launch of Visit Truly Asia Malaysia 2020 campaign logo.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good afternoon to everyone. Yang berhormat Datuk Mahathir Mohamad, Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture. Yang berhormat Tuan Muhammad Bakhtiar bin Wanci, Deputy Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, High Commissioner and Ambassadors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to launch this Visit Malaysia 2020 campaign logo. And congratulations to the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and Tourism Malaysia for this launch. It symbolizes our firm commitment to the tourism industry. And the launch of this logo is a significant way to usher the much awaited Visit Malaysia Year 2020. We truly hope that we will witness more tourist arrivals, be they by air, land or sea. Ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia's tourism industry continues to grow from strength to strength. Looking back to the 1990 and 1994, when I launched the Visit Malaysia Year campaigns, we were already aware that tourism would be an important factor in the national economy. Today, almost 3 decades later, what we had envisaged then had come true and even more. Tourist arrivals have increased steadily and Malaysia has truly become popular and able to hold our own against other global destinations. Kuala Lumpur was ranked 9th in the list of most visited cities in 2017. And this is according to the top 100 city destinations 2018 report. Therefore, it is something that we can be proud of and should serve to motivate us to double our promotional efforts of Malaysia in the future. The government will continue to support efforts to develop Malaysia's tourism industry and further improve its standing in the international ranking. It is the government's intention to ensure that the latest Visit Malaysia 2020 campaign becomes a catalyst for achieving targets set under the Malaysia Tourism Transformation Plan. Ladies and gentlemen, the tourism sector has shown impressive performance recently. Between January and May 2019, tourist arrivals recorded a growth of 4.8%, with 10.95 million tourist arrivals compared to 10.45 million tourist arrivals in the corresponding period last year. Besides this, the first quarter performance of 2019 also showed growth in tourism revenue, which has reached ringgit 21.4 billion, a surge of 16.9% compared to the same period the year before. In 2018, 25.8 million tourists visited our shores, and Malaysia secured the 15th place among countries in the highest number of tourist arrivals. Meanwhile, Malaysia ranked number 21 among countries with highest tourism revenue, bringing in ringgit 84.1 billion in tourism revenue in 2018, as stated in the United Nations World Tourism Organization in its barometer report published in May 2019. While we put in much effort to woo foreign visitors, we do not ignore our domestic tourism, as it is a key contributor to the economy. A total of 78.2 million domestic tourists were recorded in 2018, with a growth of 10.9% from the previous year, while domestic tourism expenditure registered a growth of 11.7% in 2018, with ringgit 60.4 billion. Without doubt, tourism is one of the most important sectors to ensure the country's economic and service sector growth. It is not only able to generate income, but also able to provide many jobs for the people in the country. In 2017, this industry contributed 14.9% to the national economy, compared to 10.4% in the year 2005. Meanwhile, the number of employees engaged in the tourism industry had also increased to 3.4 million in 2017 from 1.5 million in the year 2005. The number of people employed in the tourism industry made up 23.2% of the total labor force. Ladies and gentlemen, the Visit Malaysia 2020 campaign is an opportunity as well as a challenge for us to attract record numbers of visitors to Malaysia and make the country a destination of choice for leisure and business tourists. It is hoped that the Visit Malaysia 2020 campaign will succeed in its target of 30 million international tourist arrivals and ringgit 100 billion tourist receipts. Increasing flight connectivity from other destinations to Malaysia is one of the initiatives to boost arrivals into Malaysia and meet the campaign targets. If we have better air accessibility, more tourists. Hence, we need to connect and reach out to high-yield markets, which are Malaysia's target markets for this campaign, namely the ASEAN countries, China, India, the United Kingdom, and Germany. The success of the Visit Malaysia 2020 campaign also depends largely on effective promotions. The tourism sector needs to move in the tandem with digital transformation, emphasizing on digital marketing and using various social media platforms if the industry is to remain competitive. Ladies and gentlemen, to make Visit Malaysia 2020 a success, let us make it a national mission for all. Thus, I call upon everyone, the Rakyat and our friends, to help us make this campaign a success by telling and sharing with everyone you know of how beautiful, peaceful, and wonderful it is to be in Malaysia. Indeed, we have a role to play in the Visit Malaysia 2020 campaign. Our hospitality must not be merely a slogan, but translate into the nature and culture of our people. The beauty of a place will attract but the but will attract, but the hospitality will make people stay and return. The Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and Tourism Malaysia, when inviting Malaysians to participate in the logo creation of the Visit Malaysia 2020 campaign, intended to remind everyone that this is a national campaign that requires the participation and support of everyone, whether they are directly involved in the tourism industry or not. Malaysians have to realize that the success of this campaign will benefit everyone as spillover from the tourist industry spreads to all walks and manners of other businesses and industries. I am indeed pleased when informed that this national project saw participation of various levels and sectors, ministries, agencies, departments, non-governmental organizations, private sector and tourism industry players themselves. I am especially heartened to see the public-private collaboration in the implementation of mutually beneficial initiatives. One such initiative must be witnessed shortly, a cooperation between the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and airlines such as Malaysia Airlines, Air Asia, Malindo and Firefly, as well as with well-known multinational Japanese company, Sharp. Ladies and gentlemen, this campaign focuses on eco-tourism, arts and culture, befitting the National Eco-Tourism Plan 2016-2025 and the National Culture Policy, which places ecotourism, arts and culture as the main focus and the path towards path forward in the development of the tourism industry in Malaysia. Through this campaign, we will welcome visitors from all over the world to experience the uniqueness and beauty of Malaysia's ecotourism attractions, including our rainforests, our mountains, islands, and beaches. At the same time, visitors will have the opportunity to immerse themselves in our diverse cultures, arts, history, and heritage. This is in line with the campaign's promotional theme, culture, nature, and its people. This campaign also aligns with the United Nations World Tourism Organization's Sustainable Development Goals, aimed at reducing the negative impacts of tourism development and providing direct benefits to the community from tourism initiatives. Ladies and gentlemen, to further strengthen the industry, the government has recently launched the Malaysian Tourist Promotion Matching Grant Fund, or Gamelan, Malaysia. The RM 5 million ringgit 5 million special tourism fund is aimed at assisting tourism industry players in their international tourism promotion and marketing programs to increase international tourist arrivals while boosting domestic tourism. In addition, to assist and expand handicraft and homestay businesses, ringgit 500 million SME or small and medium industry enterprises tourism fund will be made available by SME Bank, enabling the government to subsidize interest rates by 2%. The government has also allocated a sum of 1 billion ringgit to the Tourism Infrastructure Fund to provide financial assistance to new and existing companies involved in the tourism related activities and services. These are some of the things delivered by the government, and we hope that through these incentives we will be able to see our tourism industry flourish even more. Ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, I would like to extend my appreciation to the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and to Tourism Malaysia, as well as all the other ministries and agencies, the private sector and non-governmental organizations for jointly organizing this event and for participating in this campaign. This is a good example of public-private partnership in strengthening economic development as well as increasing the country's tourism portfolio. On that note, it is indeed with much pleasure that I officially launch the Visit Malaysia 2020 campaign logo. I thank you.
Thank you, Yang Berhormat Tun, and please remain on stage for the following ceremony. I would like to invite Yang Berhormat Datuk Muhammadin bin Ketapi, Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture Malaysia, to be on stage to accompany our guest of honor for the launch of Visit Truly Asia Malaysia 2020 campaign logo. And I would like to invite Yang Berhormat Tun, accompanied by the Minister, to the launching pad. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's the moment that we've all been waiting for, that is witnessed